Good morning, good evening, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. I am Tim, back once again with Speed Force Racing in the GP4 series with my co-commentator, who knows all the words to the Formula One theme song, Oliver.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Tim. Season 8 is finally here!
That it is, and I am excited, you're excited, the drivers are excited, they might be a little bit mad, who knows, because we have actually run some practice laps around Australia in the last few weeks, and, well, I think all of us got a little bit mad, because, I mean, after all, it is Australia. There are a few turns where the curbs will really catch you off guard, and, you know, it's just not that easy to really drive these cars around anyway, so hopefully none of the drivers are mad, but that might change soon.
I mean, we got some returning drivers here today. We got the likes of Solid Cork, Energy Dan, Need for Speed, Shadow Cara, Podge. We also got Logan, Fanning Line. We also got some new guys in here too. We got Phantom Shadow. We've also got Liverpool SC Pro. We got NXS Alfie. I think it was the Alfie. It was some Alfie. We got Racing Point Out, I believe. Oh no, it's the Haas car, and of course it's Need for Speed. Need for Speed is our first guy to come out of the pits, Tim.
Actually,
and he'll be the first guy.
Actually, it is the Bear who is the first guy. He is out there in the Racing
No,
Point.
Need for Speed is no, Need for Speed's reaching turn 9. Look at him.
Okay, you're correct. Okay, so it was telling me that the Bear was on his outlap before I saw Need for Speed on his outlap, so not sure what's going on there, but we're going to watch Need for Speed as he is officially the first one out. And is he not normally the first one out in qualifying anyway?
Yeah, true point. Now, Need for Speed just went through 11 and 12. Oh my goodness, how many people have crashed there during practice? It's the most annoying set of corners ever. The most annoying set of corners in GP, in the whole track, is 11 and 12 chicane. It's a horrible exit corner. It's not the first bit, Tim. It's the second part.
Yeah, you are right about that, Oliver. It is a very fast chicane, and the first bit is usually okay. It's very easy to pick up a time penalty there, but then when you take that right-hander and you have to exit wide onto that curb, you've got to be very careful when you get back into the throttle, or it is going to spin you, and then your race is going to be done because you carry so much speed through there. A lot of drivers I've seen go through that corner in 7th gear. So just think, you're going very fast through that corner. Watching Harry now, also known as Need for Speed, in the Haas car, and he goes wide and into the grass. Does not invalidate his lap, though, so far he is looking A-okay. But that could have been a very scary moment there for him indeed. So now approaching turn 9 here in just a moment. He is purple in the first sector, but he was the first driver out on the track. So we'll see if he's able to hold that or not. And Harry is one of them that actually ran some practice laps with us. So he does have a little bit of practice under his belt here recently. So let's see if it helps him out.
It goes that chicane. He's to that chicane now. Okay, a bit wide on the first bit, but he caught it on the second bit. But it's Harry for you, isn't it? They're going to be a little bit rusty first. This is their first laps as their bankers. So we got a Mercedes off at turn 4. I believe it's at Toggle Logan. It might be, or it might be Sanab. It's one of the two Mercs. He's going for turn 5 because Harry towards the line. Let's see what time he does. It's going to be a 1 minute 24.8. Okay, so 1 minute 24.8 for Need for Speed. And he said the Bear was the next guy to go through next. And the Bear goes through to do a 1 minute 23.8. Good work from the Bear there on the medium tyres. Now the Bear was a GP3, Tim, but the Bear has now been demoted to GP4 to find his pace that he had in GP3. So hopefully we can see I would love to see the Bear back in GP3. because I really, really enjoyed racing with him. He's unreal. Right, and also, where's Energy Dan? Where's Energy Dan? He's in P18. Just go through turn 5. So who are you all looking at the moment then, Tim?
Was taking a look at Snellweg. He has just came out onto the track for his out lap, but I'm switching over to Energy Dan because he is on his flying lap, currently trying to get a slipstream off of the Bear. He's going to go on the outside, the Bear moving down low to let him by, so good sportsmanship there. Of course, Energy Dan was a title contender all the way to the very last race of last season until Snellweg was able to outscore him and officially win the championship. So Snellweg is back with us, as I said earlier, and will be trying to defend his championship this season with us at Speed Force Racing. He's in the Red Bull, he was in the McLaren last season, and Energy Dan staying in the AlphaTauri, but he has a brand new teammate of Shadowlancer, who was in the Williams before.
What a pairing that is.
What a pairing
that is. What a pairing.
You said they were streaming earlier. I kind of want to watch their stream back later on because I just feel like that's going to be something hilarious to watch. And Energy Dan goes fourth fastest, a 122.274. So a decent time there, but probably not quite as fast as he wants to. And look at Proliver up there, a 121.563 in the Alfa Romeo.
Really, really well.
Yeah,
right, let's have a look at one of our debutants here. Let's have a look at Liverpool FC Pro, because he's my brother, of course, from Liverpool FC Pro. He's my brother. His name's Luke. And if you can tell, his team is Liverpool. This is actually quite funny, Tim. If you notice, Liverpool FC Pro is in with MCFC 2020. MCFC 2020 is, of course, the Manchester City fan. So we've got Liverpool versus Manchester City. A bit of a clash of English teams, if you want to know a bit of football knowledge there, Tim. So here goes Liverpool FC Pro through the chicane. Nicely done there from my brother. Let's see how he does through the final sector, Tim.
So into sector 3 now, taking that corner very smoothly, very nice, staying within the track limits. So just a couple more corners to go. And this corner right here, it's a very tight hairpin, and it is one that always catches me off guard. It's so hard to get that corner right because you have to enter it very wide and then turn so sharply.
Very good lap.
Get across
brother,
the line now.
I'm really, really impressed. Very good lap. Very good lap, brother. Very good lap.
123.2.
Good lap. Very good lap. Very nice and safe, I would say. Very nice safe there from my brother. We were speaking to him before the race, Tim, and he was very, very nervous, wasn't he? But before we talked about, here comes our reigning champion. Snell got a bit shaky on the penultimate corner, so that's going to cost a bit of time.
But he crosses the line 7th, a 122.702 for Snellweg.
Snellweg got a little bit shaky, didn't he, coming out of that final bit of the track?
Yeah, going through the grass just a little bit, but hanging on to it. Now looking at Sennett there in the Mercedes. He goes a little bit wide out of that corner too, but does not clip the grass, crosses the line. Where does he end up? Or was that actually
I think starting his lap.
Okay,
that's his out lap. Oh, NXX Selfie! Great lap in the Williams. Great lap.
So good job there to NXS Alpha. You're going to take a look at Gizlodian down here in the Red Bull. Snellweg's teammate. He is currently on his flying lap in the second sector. Or approaching the second sector now, rather.
Can I have a look at a few of the comments? Is that all right, Tim? So I got a lovely comment from Ray Chantos from GP3. He says, "Energy down versus Snellweg all over again this season. Looking forward to that fight," he says. I can't agree with him more there, Tim.
And that's really going to be the talking point, at least for the first few races, until we really get an idea of who is going to be the title contenders this season. Because you got to remember, these cars are equal performance, so every single driver that you see on your screen right now has a chance to make a run at the title. It's not the car performance that's going to hold them back. It's just whether or not they are fast and can put together a whole season. Because you can be fast and still have a bad season. So there's obviously a lot of outliers that go along with this, but of course you know this, and hopefully most of our viewers know this, but for anyone who is tuning in to this league racing for the first time, we're happy to have you. We hope you enjoy the race, and just comment if you have any questions, and and myself, Oliver, or someone in the chat will be more than happy to answer them for you.
Because Racing Podge, or SFR Podge Racing, sorry, Podge. Of course, we've got some new names, Tim. We got SFR Sonic Hawk, SFR Racing Podge. We got SFR Energy Dan.
And Kara goes pole.
Was that the guy, Tim, who was amazing in qualifying last season?
Kara was actually Snellweg's teammate last season. I don't remember much of his qualifying, but he really seemed like a mid-pack driver last season. And now look at him in Australia. He's already on the pole. And, you know, really, Kara and Oliver both were mid-pack racers last season in GP4. And now they're provisionally starting 1-2 for this race. Of course, there's 8 minutes left for drivers to best their time, but still very good showing from the two.
Let's have a look at... We've got 3 drivers to uncomplete their laps. We've got Stocksy 9 on his lap now, Tim, in the Haas car. Let's have a look at him right at the moment. Go through turn 4, towards turn 5, flat out corner. Nice and easy. Down towards 6 and 7. Very nicely done there. Through the long curve of turn 8 towards turns 9 and 10. A very nice chicane. Third gear, he needs to clip the corner on the inside. Nice. Beautifully done. Now, here we go, Tim. 11 and 12. Let's see how he handles it. Clips it. Nice. Beautifully done. Stocksy 9. Brilliant job for the chicane, my friend.
He was really flirting with invalidating that lap. He cut that corner very close.
He's got Neva's speed in front of him.
Oh no, and that's his teammate! His teammate is holding him up in qualifying. Oh my goodness, that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's not helping Stocksy 9 at all. Neva's speed is out of the way, and now he finally does. It's cost Stocksy some time.
Must have been some miscommunication. I mean, I wouldn't imagine that a teammate would hold up someone like that, but obviously it did happen, but don't think it was anything necessarily intentional. Maybe Need for Speed didn't know he was there, but you would think that they'd be in a party talking to each other.
I would say so indeed, but that was very unusual, wasn't it? Teammates clashing into each other. So look at Shadow Lancer here, because he's on a lap, and he's of course the new teammate for Energy Down after the departure of James Hook going into GP3. Currently at 10th place, which is very good of Shadow Lancer. He's got Liverpool SC Pro right in front of him. Liverpool SC Pro still on his laps, of course. He's on 4 lap old softs. Luke needs to get into the pits like now, and he needs to. Oh, is that going to help him in the chicane?
And that really held him up. That was very unfortunate there for Shadow Lancer.
Let's have a go through this next set of corners, locking up a bit. Let's go through the next set of corners. Need for Speed. Oh, Need for Speed. The first retirement in the chicane, Tim, is Need for Speed.
Oh, my goodness.
Out he goes.
So he will very likely be starting dead last in this race, and Shadow Lancer not going to complete this lap, diving down into the pits.
SFC boy, 5-place grid penalty. Collision with Alfie.
Oh, Alfie, yeah, I'm actually on board with Alfie right now, and he has got the car spun back around and pointing the right way, but not sure who that was.
VXI, NCFC 2020 looks like he's clouted the back of him. And their teammates as well, Tim. Their teammates as well. So that's 2 times the teammates have clashed into each other. My goodness me. Snellweg's about to complete his lap. Bit of controversy at the moment.
Yeah, and you know, that's the second incident that we've had today between 2 teammates in really the past 2 minutes. What is going on here today?
Snellweg is not doing very well in qualifying either. He's struggling in the Red Bull at the moment. Only at 122.7 at the moment. So Snellweg is struggling as well.
And that's very uncharacteristic for Snellweg. Of course, he is our defending champion, but very surprised to see him struggling. He's not even in the top 10 at the moment, as you said. So I don't know what's going on with Snellweg. Maybe he hasn't been able to practice, or maybe Australia just isn't really his track, because that's another thing that you can really run into, is you can be a fast driver, but you can have 1 or 2 tracks that just really do not like you.
So the MCFC 2020 is about to complete his lap. Fanny line looks, so we've got Sonic Hawk is currently in 4th. Eddie Dan is currently in 2nd. Good luck, good stuff for Energy Dan. He's making a good, strong start to qualifying for his first start of the season. It goes MCSC 2020. Let's see what he can do.
Oh, and Kara spins in turn 2, and he almost collects the Alfa Romeo.
MCSC goes fastest. 120.9. First guy into the 120s is MCSC 2020. Great lap.
Great lap indeed for VXI there. And the Williams car is still second, but he did spin out of turn number 2, so he's not going to be able to complete another lap probably because he's going to have to get that fixed. So now he's just trying to limp back around to the pits. Let's see who is on a lap right now. It looks like Lewis is on a lap right now, so we're going to look at him. Lewis, of course, in the Alfa Romeo, has invalidated his lap, so he's going to have to stay out there to try to set a time.
So who else is on a lap here? Tiger Logan? No, Tiger Logan's not on a lap. Friendly Line is on an out lap. Cara, he's still going. What does it? Can't see anything at the moment, Tim, which is funny enough to see.
Do what?
We can't see anything who's on a lap at the moment.
Oh yeah, I know.
Has the Shadow gone again? No, he has not.
Shadow's on his out lap, but about to start a flying lap. Not sure if there is a glitch or not with the scoring that I'm seeing, but it's showing that he already has 1 lap on those tires, so I feel like that's a bit of a glitch because it didn't change when he crossed the line. So I'm going to assume those are a fresh set of Dr. Feelgoods on that AlphaTauri for Shadowlancer. We'll see if he can improve his time.
Yeah, Shadowlancer is on the lap, Tim. He is indeed.
Currently a 121.9 for Shadowlancer. Good enough for 13th position, but he's going to be looking to improve on that. Let's see if he's able to do so.
2 tenths faster, doing a very good job. We've got a comment from our reigning champion, Tim. And he says, I am getting used to manual gears. He's doing manual gears for the first time, Tim, for this season. So good push there for Snellway there. Using manual gears, of course.
Hats off to you, Snellweg. Manual gears was something that took me a long time to get used to. So, best of luck to you.
Shadowlancer's gone 3 tenths faster. In towards the final sector now. There's going to be an improvement from the new man in AlphaTauri. Used to race all the time in the Williams car, but now he's in AlphaTauri. Here comes Shadowlancer around the final corner. And where's Alfie bent it? Alfie's bent it on the exit of turn 12. Alfie is out.
Shadowlancer goes 6th quickest, a 121.276. And there goes VXI retiring from the session. Of course, he's already on the pole. Let's see if anyone has anything for him. Let's take a look at Fanny Lion here in the McLaren. He's in 3rd sector right now, so let's see what he can do. Probably not going to be the best of a lap here, going really big on that curve that time around, bypassing the pit entry, just trying to get the best lap he can. So far, he is in 8th with a 121.4, gets a little bit loose out of that final corner. Does he improve as he crosses the line? Yes, he does. He goes to 4th place at 121.117, making a liar out of him.
Great lap for Fanny Line right there. Great. These drivers are improving so much. It's unbelievable right now.
That they are, and now taking a look at Gamey Things, who is on a lap. Gamey Things in the Racing Point this year, was in the Red Bull last season, but now Gamey Things in the Racing Point, and he was one of those drivers who always seemed to be there at the end and able to sneak a few podiums. So we're going to
always called him Mr. We always called him Mr. Consistent, don't we?
That's exactly right, because that's exactly what he did. He just kind of hung around. He was very quiet in the race, but then he would always have, you know, a few good moments to where he was able to get himself into a position for a podium, and he had a decent amount of podiums last season as he goes wide out of the chicane, but still hangs on to it. That was close. So now Gamey Things just trying to get the best lap possible. That could have been bad.
Liverpool SC Pro has gone into P15 on 122.2. Got above the reigning champion of all people, so good with that for Liverpool SC Pro there. And Snellweg is on the lap, but 2 tenths slower. Is Snellweg, our reigning champion, not even good to make the top 10, Tim? Where's energy down in all of this? Oliver goes first! 120.7! What's happened to Oliver, Tim? He's usually down at the back of the field. Now look at him. How much has improved at the moment?
He has gotten very quick in the past few weeks since we have raced. So good job to Oliver there. Going to be very interesting to see what he can do if he's able to hang on to that pole position. Currently riding on board with Energy Dan as he is in the 3rd sector now and just trying to complete his lap. This will be his final
traffic in front of him. Paul just gone fastest.
So So now Podge a 1:20.637. That's the pole time to beat. Will Energy Dan be able to do so as he goes out of the final corner, getting the slipstream off the Mercedes in front of me, crosses the line, but will he improve? Yes, he does, but not by enough. A 1:20.978, good enough for fourth.
Sonic Hawk goes up to fifth. Oliver start racing. Looks like that's it for qualifying. Friendly line, I don't think he's improving. No.
Let's take a look at Otaku Logan in the Mercedes. He does not improve his time. And
that's
with
it.
that, qualifying is over.
Podge gets pole in the Ferrari. Podge gets pole. Oliver gets second. MCFC, who would have thought of that front row, Tim? Who would have thought?
Out of the top three of this lineup, two of them did not even finish in the top three in points last season, and one of them wasn't even racing with us last season. Energy Dan, who finished second in the points, only gets to fourth. Sonic Hawk in fifth. Our reigning champion in 17th. This is insane.
Unbelievable. Wow. And another story as well, to Liverpool FC Pro is in his first ever league race here, is starting in front of our reigning champion. Who would have thought of that one, Tim? What a crazy qualifying session.
And you said that he was nervous before the race, but I bet that he did not expect to be qualifying in front of Snellweg. Your official starting lineup for the GP4 Series Australian Grand Prix is Podge in first, Proliver second. Third is VXI, Energy Dan in fourth, Sonic Hawk in fifth, sixth is Kara, seventh is Shadowlancer, Fanny Lion in eighth, Stoxy 9 in ninth, Gamey Things in 10th, The Bear in 11th, 12th is Otaku Logan, in XS it's Alfie in 13th, 14th is Santa, 15th is Phantom Shadows, Liverpool FC Pro in 16th, Snellwag in 17th, Gizlodian in 18th, 19th is Need for Speed, and Lewis is going to be rounding out the field in 20th place. Unfortunately for Lewis, he was not able to get a lap time down, so he's going to have a lot of climbing to do in the race, along with Need for Speed, who retired from the session.
I never get Tim, but they're both wins, guys. After a miscommunication in caused a collision with each other, both of them got 5-place grid penalties. Unlucky for Williams.
And it is raining. Oh my goodness! So the season opener is going to be a wet one indeed.
God! Oh my God! Dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, it's pouring down, isn't it, Tim? Jeez.
That it is, and I am sure that the drivers are cussing right now. This is, I know I would be livid. They just qualified in the dry conditions. They're used to the dry conditions, and now all that's out the window.
I'm a disbelief. Our first race of the season, Tim, we got wet weather. We couldn't ask for a better start to the season, to be fair.
I think the drivers would disagree with you on that, Oliver.
Oh, yeah. From a commentator's perspective, and of all our fans' perspective, you know.
Rage Hunter says, watch these cars go sideways. That's exactly what I am watching. Well, we'll be watching more than likely. But first we got to complete our formation lap. Yep, and there you go. You see the tires, intermediate tires. Trying to find that tire information for you guys. So it's not too wet out there. At least the drivers don't think so. Every single driver on those green ones.
You know what? I actually agree with Rage Hunter. I think it's going to be a safety car lap 1. I can really see it coming.
Imagine if it had to be a safety car start. I don't think that's possible in F1 2020, but just imagine.
No, it's not. No. Oh, imagine that, Tim. That would be something, wouldn't it? Right, so Energy Dan starts third because of VXI's penalty. So he goes up a few positions. We also got... who else had the penalty? NXX Alpha, yes, that's him. He starts 18th after his penalty. So...
Man like Nelly is asking, did we get a lot of wet races last season in GP4? Not really.
True. I love a good wet race, you know. They always call me they don't call me the Rain Master for nothing.
Maybe you should be racing if you weren't commentating out here. Are you hoping for rain tomorrow?
You know what? I actually do, because I just enjoy wet weather driving. I love the unpredictability of the results, because you get a few surprise finishes, you get a few surprise results, and that's what makes wet weather racing so perfect. It's the most unpredictable thing ever, and when the thing goes dry, you can actually have to time it so perfectly. So perfectly to get onto the dry tyres. We don't know this yet, Tim. We don't know if it's going to get drier, is it going to get wetter? That's the best part about rain. You don't know when it's going to dry up or not.
We're just going to have to keep our eyes to the skies, our fingers crossed, our eyes on the track as well, and the drivers might need to pray just a little bit.
What's turn one going to be like with all this lot?
We're about to find out. The drivers finding their appropriate positions on the grid. A few of them already there, the ones that were disqualified from the formation lap. But for those of you who don't know, that's only the formation lap. They will still maintain their starting position, and they are still A-OK, penalty-free so far for the race.
Here we go. Here we go, Tim. It's time for your beautiful magic words for the very first time in Season 8.
And you hear those engines revving, you hear those itchy pedal feet, the drivers watching the lights, and they are ready to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in the air.
Season 8 is...
No red lights, we are green for Speed Force Racing Season 8 Australian Grand Prix in the GP4 Series. Already looks like a little bit of carnage in the back, a front wing bouncing all over the track as we got Energy Dan. Is that Energy Dan? Yes, it is, all the way up in first already. Really loving that rain. We got VXI in second, and is that the Ferraris actually? And there's some carnage everywhere.
Snellweger spun it. Our reigning champion's got a poor start.
Snellweg is spun indeed. There you see him all the way back down in 20th place. Going to take a look at Sonic Hawk here in 6th place in that Ferrari. Riding on board with him, although I think he's actually scored in second. I'm not sure. There is a little bit of an issue with scoring, I do believe. So bear with me, guys. But it is Energy Dan.
Lobby glitch.
It is Energy Dan in the lead, though. It is Energy Dan, Sonic Hawk, and Podge Racing. That is your top three so far. Energy Dan already out to a decent gap in front of Sonic Hawk there. The two Ferraris, second and third, and just behind him is Proliver in that Alfa Romeo, and Shadow Lancer in the Alfa Tauri. So far, only
now, I've got a bit of bad news here for Cara. He's got a drive-through penalty for jumping the start.
Oh, my goodness. I was just about to say there is only one driver with penalties, and as you said, Oliver, that is Cara. So he's got to be kicking himself there.
Right. Okay, VXI is on the back of Shadow Lancer after his penalty. After he got a 5-place grid penalty for making a collision with his teammate, is on the back of Shadow Lancer. So Shadow Lancer's chance is now coming to tuition now. Let's see what he can do against VXI outfit. VXI MCFC 2020.
Shadow Lancer has definitely been working with his teammate Energy Dan and getting faster. Shadow Lancer. Oh,
Never Mercy Pro Spun! Never Mercy's Pro Spun!
There you see him trying to get his car turned back around. We'll rejoin the action now and watch Shadow Lancer try to close in on Proliver. Now remember, while it's raining, we are not going to have any DRS. So the drivers are going to have to use their pace alone to catch other competitors.
Now, and also the fact that Tim, we also got the wet weather, that the driver, if it does go to dry tyres, you don't need to do that mandatory 2-tyre strategy. You can do medium, soft. You can do what you like if they go to dry, Tim. That's another thing as well.
And that is the beauty, as you said, of wet weather racing. And, it's good that it's not enforced when of course we have the wet weather tires. However, technically speaking, when it goes to dry, they've already been on 2 different compounds after starting on the intermediate tires. So even if it was enforced, they would not have anything to worry about.
Exactly so. So if it does go dry, the drivers get the free reign of just having the tires that they can choose. They've got free reign. They can go whatever tire they like. So have we got any fights, Tim? We have Sanab and Gislonium are fighting. This is for battle for 13th place.
On board with Sanad. He's looking on the inside. They're side by side. Is he going to be able to make the move? Sanith will, but does he clear him? Yes, barely. Maybe a little bit of contact, but Sanith moves up into the 14th place. as Energy Dan sets the fastest lap, a 1:37.592. Riding on board with Gizlodian, is he able to close the gap down on Sand? No, he's not, but Sand goes a little bit wide. So does Gizlodian. I think it's actually raining a little bit harder. These drivers might have to be pitting soon for wet weather tires. If that's the case, I cannot tell for sure.
The Ferraris are looking very close to each other on Podge and Sonic Hawk. Now remember, Tim, remember Sonic Hawk's last season? They had such an amazing start, and you called him probably one of the championship contenders. He's doing it again since the start of the season. He's looking very, very strong right now.
And Sonic Hawk, I'm going to be looking for what he does, not just today, but especially when we get to Vietnam, because as you know, himself and Energy Dan really love that track. And so if Sonic Hawk can get a good start to the season here and really get some confidence going, and then go into Vietnam, maybe win it like he did last season, and then just keep that consistent pace, and he might be one of our championship contenders. Of course, it's the first race. It's a little bit early to start talking about that, but there are a few drivers that stand out.
We got a fight. Lewis has gone straight past Fanny Line and the Bear. Beautiful move there for Fanny Line. Got right around the outside of the both of them. This other one, the Ferraris are so close to touching, and we got a spinner. It's a Red Bull. Is that Gizlodian? It was Gizlodian. Gizlodian span in turn 9, and Liverpool Pro is getting absolutely harassed by Kara's Renault.
And Shadow Laser goes around the outside of Proliver, running on board with the Alfa Romeo, and Shadow Laser just went around it.
What an unbelievable move for Shadow Lancer.
So Proliver really starting to drop back. It looks like he's now under pressure from BXI and the Williams just behind him. BXI was ducking down low, trying to look on the inside, but not able to do anything with it that time. So he's going to have to regroup and try to strike back at him once again. But really, the best thing to do in these wet weather conditions is just be patient and only pass when you think that you can make it without contact, because that is going to hurt you if you don't.
And also, wet weather racing team, you've got to really be aware of what you need to do, because you think about it, you've not only got the wet weather and the slippery of the tyres, but also if you're behind another driver, there is another factor, it's the spray. You've got the spray of the other driver blinding you. You've got to really think about whereabouts of the next driver in front of you is. Because you think about it, Tim, if you've got spray in your face, then obviously you've got to think about where you are, whereabouts.
And you're exactly right about that, Oliver, as we actually ride on board with BXI as he's chasing Proliver in front of him in the Alfa Romeo. And, you know, just look at what Oliver was talking about there. You know, when you're far away from the driver, it's not quite as bad, but watch on the entry of this corner. If BXI is able to gain just a little bit on Proliver, you're going to see the miss get really, really bad. And you saw it through turn 9 just a moment ago. You see, the closer he gets, that miss really gets terrible. So that is a good point, Oliver, that is something these drivers really have to watch out for, that maybe some people watching who haven't raced a lot in the rain don't realize.
And also, the main fact is if they're using no traction control, I tend to short shift. Just to minimize that traction, be absolutely super patient, be one with the car. Look what Victor's doing. He's going to the right-hand side of the track just to get out of the spray. And that's NXS Alfie out. It is. The Williams driver's out in turn 12. First retirement of the season, and it goes to NXS Alfie. Unlucky.
Unlucky indeed, and we have a virtual safety car now, so the drivers are going to have to slow down until that issue is cleaned up with NXS Alfie. Very unfortunate for him. However, that is going to give Need for Speed a little bit of a spot up, so now he moves into the 19th place after a bad qualifying.
Look where Snellweg is. 80th position. Oh, and Lewis has been caught, and so has the Bear. Drive-through penalty for the both. Proliver gets a little bit messy. Here comes VXI. Round the outside, going towards turn 9. Can he get the move stick? Proliver later on the brakes. Oh, good racing. Good racing for the both, and they're still going at it, Tim.
DXI going underneath the inside of Proliver, and he's able to get him, but does only just. Proliver using that slipstream, trying to get close to him, going through the chicane. I think Proliver might have someone on his inside. No, he just could not get a good line through the chicane there, so he's starting to drop back now.
No, got a bit messy. No, got a bit messy. This will give Fancy Shadow a bit of a look. Nope, it's stayed line third. But we mentioned Alpha. Is this season shaping up to be an AlphaTauri versus Ferrari season, maybe, Tim? Because look where they are: fourth, second, third, and fourth of Shadow Lancer, Podge, sorry, Energy Dan, Podge, Sonic Hawk, and Shallow Lancer. That looks really, really tasty for the rest of the season, if it stays like that for the rest of the 22 long races we got ahead of us.
It's looking that way, at least for today. And one thing that I want to point out is Podge is actually eating away at Energy Dan's gap up there ahead. It was 3 seconds about 2 laps ago. Now it's all the way down to 2.1 seconds. So Podge is either getting faster or Energy Dan is slowing down and trying to be a little bit cautious.
Oh, Snellweg!
So Snellweg has retired from the session. We have the
Safety
first 2
car.
DNFs. And it
Oh,
is.
the reigning champion. What a poor defense for his championship, Tim. Unlucky.
He said he was getting used to the manual gears. Not sure what happened there. Did you see what happened?
You could probably guess which corner he went off on. It's that deadly chicane. The deadly chicane, yeah, it's that one.
That is a corner that might just get more drivers before the end of the day. Lap 6 of 29 here. Not quite a quarter of the way done with this race just yet. Your lineup right now, Energy Dan, Podge Racing, Sonic Hawk, Shadow Lancer, VXI, your top 5, Proliver, Otaku Logan, Phantom Shadow, Fanny Lions, Stocksy 9, your top 10.
When we look at turn 11 and 12, it looks so easy, don't it? From a virtual fan's point of view, it looks super easy to manage. It's just
no
way!
Safety car, he dropped through penalty.
Wow. Oh man, any more drama we can have in this race? I was just saying before how unpredictable turn 11 and 12 is, because you think about it, we've both driven there. We've both driven through turn 11 and 12 through practice, and it looks easy, but it really isn't. It's that outside curve, isn't it? It's got 2 parts.
Yeah, it is just awful. There's no grip there at all. You got to be very ginger with the throttle, otherwise you are going to spin it. And really, when you nail it, when you get the car just right, it feels easy, and it feels like you're able to do it 100 times over. But then one lap, all it takes is one lap where you make a mistake, and boom, you're gone. And now the Barry 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Is that the second time that's happened to him?
The Bear's got another penalty. My goodness, my goodness gracious me. That's so unlucky. So Racing Podge, after the safety car, he'll be dropped down to last because of the drive-through penalty. Other drivers have switched to fresh set of inters, and that is Stocksy Gamey. Oh, careful, Podge not to hit Energy Dan. So Alonso has got to go to 3rd place here once Podge goes in for his drive-through.
And one thing that Podge is going to have to be aware of is that he cannot serve that drive-through penalty until after the safety car is pulled in. So he's going to have to run one lap under green until he can actually serve that drive-through penalty, because if you remember, at COTA last season, Energy Dan had a drive-through penalty. He served it as the safety car was coming in, but it didn't count it. So he had to serve another drive-through penalty, but instead he was just disqualified for ignoring the drive-through penalty because the initial one didn't count. So Podge has got to be very careful.
That is so true. Who could not remember that? One of those days, and that day cost Energy Dan a few points in the championship.
Oh no! And now Mercedes or Ferrari is spun. That is Podge.
Podge is spun. Oh, the bad luck for Racing Podge. Racing Podge has spun it. That's not good. Not good for Racing Podge. Oh man, his Australia Grand Prix has gone to crumbles.
That it has. So
wow.
Podge dropping back to 14th place now. Very unfortunate for him, and he still has that drive-through penalty that he has to deal with.
You're damn if you do, you're damn if you don't you?
Pretty much. And I guess it's just not his race.
It got a bit of a squabble going on between the Mercedes of Lewis and Sanav. They're side by side going through turn 4. Looks like they're sorting themselves out now. Well, we talked about Shadow Lancer and Energy Dan, Tim, about them being super strong. They're a strong pairing, and look at them. They're coming in for GP3, and now look at them running 1 and 3 in the Australian Grand Prix. You never know what's going to happen next.
Exactly.
We mentioned AlphaTauri being a strong pairing, and it is.
It really is. And, you know, we saw that last season with Energy Dan and Hookie, and now we're seeing it again with Energy Dan and Shadowlancer. And, you know, remember, Shadowlancer was a mid-pack driver last season, so he has worked with Energy Dan and got a lot faster.
Maybe Energy Dan has given a few more pointers in car setups and driving style. If Shadowlancer gets onto the podium today, Tim, we need to ask him a few questions. Has Energy Dan influenced him into anything? Has it changed him in somewhat in his racing style?
I would almost guarantee that he has. I mean, I don't see any other. Well, Shadowlancer's had a month to practice, but teaming with Energy Dan, you know, he runs a lot of practice whenever he's able. So I'm sure that Shadowlancer's joined him and has picked up a few things, you know, and really, with AlphaTauri, you see a lot of teamwork, and that's what I like.
Indeed so, because if you think about it, I think Energy Dan, because he had the insight of Energy Dan picking Shadowlancer straight after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix a load of weeks ago, and I think offered to take him under his wing and actually train him to become a better racer. And it's actually working out for Shadowlancer's favour, because look at he's running P3, no problems, in the AlphaTauri. If he gets a clean race today, he'd be more than happy enough to actually do the ticket for him. Racing Pod is in the pits. He's gone for a new set of inters. I think it's a wise move in his opinion. He's got to take the drive-through as well. So he wants to put the new inters on, get them out of the way, to take the drive-through and just literally run his own race. I believe we got the safety car possibly coming at the end of this lap. We also got to ask our viewers then, who's going to be our top 5 at the end of this race?
Yeah, the top 5, that's going to be... Honestly, we were so excited about the rain that, yeah, we forgot to get our predictions in. But, hey, it doesn't matter. It's happening right now, and it's looking like AlphaTauri is going to have a podium. It looks like Ferrari might just have one with Sonicock. It was looking pretty good for him earlier, but unfortunately, Podge having that drive-through penalty and, of course, spinning on the formation lap. Don't think he's going to really be able to recover to a podium position, but hey, it's still early in the race. You never quite know. If we get another safety car and things go his way, we might just see him be able to make a nice rebound.
And then the bad news is for Sonicork is now his teammate is out of the way. He's got to deal with 2 AlphaTauri drivers. For a Ferrari driver like Sonicork, to be stuck between 2 AlphaTauri drivers, isn't that a bit of an issue?
I really don't think that Sonicock is thinking about being split by the AlphaTauris at the moment. More so than just trying to, oh yeah, 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings, and that was under the safety car. Did he cut a corner under the safety car?
And the Bears got another one. Cut in the corner, yeah.
It's a safety car, though. I mean, I feel like that should be forgivable. I'm not in the steward's office, but I just feel like that should have been forgivable.
Here we go, Tim. It's restart time. What's Energy Dan's launch is going to be like coming out the last corner?
Well, we're about to find out. He is the control car, so he determines when this race starts, and he gets a good jump on him and leaving Sonicock in the dust. So let's just ride on board with Sonicock. Look at the gap already, almost a full second between the 2 drivers. Sonicock getting a decent getaway as well. And who is that on the inside? That is VXI moving up to 4th, right on the back of Shadowlancer now, going through turn 1, and he goes through the grass. VXI through the grass, and another car behind him through the grass as well. No time penalty, surprisingly, but definitely a few drivers going off-roading here today in the wet conditions.
Because Phantom Shadow looking at Otago Logan. No, sticks with him for now.
Otago Logan goes wide though, and now Phantom Shadow gets back around and clears him. Just behind him, it's
nice
Zenith and Fanning Lion battling it out too. Zenith just got by the Alfa Romeo of Lewis, and now Fanning Lion just ahead of him.
Lewis gets caught. 3-second time penalty.
Lewis
VXI is battling away. Look, side by side with that's problem side by side with VXI. But, oh, he's got him in too deep. VXI will go past him, and so will Phantom Shadow. Prada's going for a 1 overtake. He moved to a degrading 2 places. Unlucky that for Oliver there.
And you know, the top 3 drivers, they are loving this right now because that's allowing them to really get out to a nice gap. And look at Shadow Lancer. I just caught a glimpse of him way on the back of Sonic Hawk, and I'm right on board with him now in that AlphaTauri and see what he's doing.
What's happened to Shadow Lancer? Literally, what is going on with him right now? This is a guy who's been running in the midfield, and now look at him.
Out of the final corner, staying with a steady pace close to Sonic Hawk. Energy Dan still out in front and has led every lap thus far. 1.8 seconds ahead of Sonic Hawk is the AlphaTauri driver.
Any close fights at the moment, Tim? Any close fights?
Looks like there's a lot actually back in the midfield. We got Proliver and Phantom Shadows, who's about 0.6 of a second between each other. Otaku Logan is getting close to Proliver as well. And Saneth is actually very close to Fading Lion and trying to make a move on and thought about it, but not able to do so.
The bear is fun. The bear is fun. And Little Pro gave me things side by side for turn 4. And Little Pro had to concede. Oh, Racing Pro just retired in the pits.
On board with Liverpool FC Pro, gets a little bit loose out of that corner. That was close, but a nice save there from him. Gaming things just ahead of him, trying to go underneath Gizlodian. Let's see what Gaming.
And they're still fighting. Here comes Gaming. Down into turn 9. Liverpool FC Pro is going to be looking very interested. Down the inside of Gizlodian. Oh, Gizlodian, good drive. Good drive for Gizlodian there.
Now on board with Liverpool FC Pro once again. Trying to get... Oh, and he invalidates it, or Gizlodian invalidated it. I don't think Liverpool did, but Gizlodian did invalidate his lap that time and got a 3-second time penalty for playing this chicane.
Go, get down the inside, bro. Get on the inside. Nice move from Liverpool FC Pro. And sticks inside line. A little bit of a wobble. Good move from Liverpool FC Pro. Into 12th place he goes. I'm very impressed about him. He's my brother, and I mean, we were just saying before he looked a bit nervous, but he's looking very comfortable, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing very well here today for his very first league race with Speed Force Racing. He is a reserve driver, so he might not be able to run the full season. However, he is still out there and helping us out today, so that is A-OK. Taking a look at Phantom Shadows now in the 5th place position, taking a look close to VXI, but not quite able to think about making a move just yet, just trying to really catch him. And, you know, you were talking about the mist earlier, Oliver. It's really bad now as we ride on board on this Renault coming out the back of the Williams.
I mean, that's a factor. The spray is going to be a very major factor of driver's vision. I mean, it's just... If you're in clean air, then that's fine. If you're behind a driver, that means 2 different things. It's about where you're braking and the amounts how much you're braking and how much late you're braking. It's all about braking and controlling your car under braking, and it's just boggles the mind really. Oh, and VXI Tim has got a little bit crooked out turn 12. This will give Phantom Shadow a bit of encouragement. And Need for Speed's been caught.
3-second time penalty for Need for Speed. He really has not had the best race here today. Currently running in the 15th position, just trying to survive at this point. Very unfortunate for him. I think that when coming into this race, he really had high hopes and was hoping that he could do a lot better, but just not any luck today.
Phantom Shadow closing in even more VXI. Now, is it me, Tim, or is it VXI going onto the right-hand side of the track to take on more water?
I will have to actually take a look at that. Not sure if that's what he's doing or not. I wasn't paying attention. I was more or less just looking at the leaderboard, trying to find a battle, but it really doesn't look like there's a lot going on. However, Gaming Things is starting to get close to Lewis. Let's see if anything's going to come of that. Gaming Things in the Racing Point this year, of course. He was in the Red Bull last season. And now just trying to get underneath Lewis, but he's going to have to catch him first. Lewis has also got his sights set on Saneth there in the Mercedes, and that's going to be a battle that's going to be shaping up here in just a moment, maybe even less than a lap, as Lewis is really all up on the back of that Mercedes, riding on board with the Alfa Romeo now, and you can see Saneth getting a good exit out of that corner and pulling away. And he gets loose! Saneth in the grass! Saneth in the grass, and he goes across the track, somehow does not knock the front wheel off, but there is no front wing on that Mercedes, and he is going to have to pit.
Liverpool C Pro goes deep. Little C Pro goes deep, and it's Stock C9 gets past him. And Liverpool Segura has a penalty as well. Control the throttle, bro.
Oh, and he's in the
crashed
wall.
his front wing. Oh, man. Liverpool SC Pro has bent it. Right, come on, Liverpool, into the pits, man. Get yourself a new front wing, new inters on, and break yourself out there. Don't fight Need for Speed, for goodness sake. He's not fighting it, which is a good sign. Oh, what's happened to Big Sai? Big Sai's in the pits.
Shadow Lancer, meanwhile, closing in on Sonic Hawk just a little bit. 9/10 of a second. Was a little bit closer, just about a quarter of a lap ago. So Sonic Hawk...
Is Sonic Hawk gaining?
I think he is. It's 9/10 of a second separating him and Energy Dan, so he's gaining. And I'm not sure if he's gotten quicker or if Energy Dan is backing off. And that's one thing that I'm wondering is Energy Dan trying to be cautious, knowing that he has control of this race?
Now, this is going to give... Now, I'm looking at the weather right now. As it starts raining by chance.
I believe you're right. It is not raining, so I would say here in just about a lap or two, there are going to be drivers pitting for dry tires. Sanath is already...
And there's one, Sanath. Sanath is pitted for mediums. Wow.
So as long as it stops raining and it doesn't rain again, the track is just going to get drier from here. So the drivers are going to have a chance to really think about what they need to do. They don't have to pit necessarily right now, but in the next lap or two, they're going to have to pit. Otherwise, the intermediate tires are going to leave them at a severe disadvantage.
Indeed so. Look at Sonic Hawk all over. He's harassing that AlphaTauri of Energy Dan. Shadowlancer's going to try to play backup, but he's trying to pressure Sonic Hawk into a mistake. Yellow flag set to 1. That is Sanav having a little spin. Yeah, those medium tires are not working for Sanav and the Bear. They too early on the mediums.
Yeah, definitely, indeed. It just does not look like he's got the pace at the moment, so very unfortunate for Sanath. In fact, he's already hurt his front wing once again, so that's going to definitely affect the handling of that car as well. Lap 15 of 29, so approaching the 10-lap to go mark here. And this has so far been a very entertaining race. Good to see that we're going to get some dry weather conditions here to finish it all off.
Toronto's gone onto the mediums as well. Now, is it medium or is the drivers really gambling here?
I think they're trying to gamble and try to go for that undercut because it is so powerful, especially when it's wet weather tires versus dry weather tires. So if Proliver has timed it just right, he might be able to, gain a few positions on his outlap here, but we're going to have to wait and see just what happens. I'm wondering who the first to blink is of our top 3. That is Energy Dan, Sonic Hawk, and Shadow Lancer. And honestly, Phantom Shadow and Otaku Logan, our top 5, all of these drivers in contention for a decent run here today.
Indeed, so now we've got a top 5 back. We've got a top 4 battle at the moment. Shadowlands is getting even more closer to Sonic Hawk's Ferrari. He's trying to get past him, but look at Phantom Shadow behind. He's looking very, very interested right now to take past Shadowlancer. Final line gets caught with the penalty, but unlucky on his part. Let's see how Shadowlancer can try. Shadowlancer's in a bit of a predicament here because he's trying to attack Sonic Hawk, but now he's got to Shadowlancer get the 4X into him. I think Phantom Shadow, I think he's having a little look at him.
Into turn 1, but not able to do anything with it. Phantom Shadow's going to have to stay in 4th, and it gets a little bit loose into turn number 2, so he's going to lose a little bit of time on Shadow Lancer that time around. Shadow Lancer starting to gain now on Sonic Hawk as we ride on board with him. Sonic Hawk, of course, got his eyes set forward to Energy Dan.
He's getting away a bit, Energy Dan, isn't he?
Yeah, and that's really what I think Energy Dan was doing earlier, was trying to conserve his tires just a little bit and kind of calm down and be cautious in the wet weather conditions because he knows he has the pace, he knows he's fast, and now that he saw Sonic Hawk getting a little bit closer, he is allowing himself to push just a little bit harder.
Got a great comment from James Hooker, says this: Tom needs to let a dash race until dries and come into play. Looking up in the wet isn't good. Yeah, he's not. I just noticed that Shadow's locking up too much in the wet conditions. Preserve those tyres as much as you can for those dry conditions, because whenever that comes round, it's got to be a massive advantage.
And Sanath has unfortunately DNF from this session, so that is 4 DNF: Sanath, Podge, Snellweg, and NXS Alfie.
Look at this fight. Look how close it is. So close for second, third, and fourth between Sonic Hawk, Shadow Lancer and Phantom Shadow. Yeah, Shadow Lancer and Phantom Shadow. Who would have thought? So, who's going to blink first? Got a nice helicopter over. Got a lovely helicopter shot from Shadow Lancer's car. Phantom Shadow's going to give it. Is it me, Tim? Is Phantom Shadow looking very, very interested right now?
He is. I think he's playing it safe and he's playing it patient, but he's definitely keeping
Oh
it close.
no!
He
He's
is
going to be deep. Oh, Lewis is out.
And
Out in turn 4.
Works for Lewis.
Alfa Romeo not having a good day at the moment.
Oh no! Who is that? Who is that? That's an Alfa Romeo of wait, is that
is Lewis? That's
okay,
Lewis.
That is
Lewis.
Though. And we have a virtual safety
That is
car.
Lewis. Don't worry, Tim. It's only Lewis.
And now
Oh,
we
dear.
have a virtual safety car because of Lewis. I didn't know that he was. I didn't know the leaders were that close to him.
Cara's gone onto the soft tyres, Tim. Loads of drivers are still going. The drivers are still going onto those dry tyres. They really want to call it early, don't they?
They do, and really, it's starting to get to that point, to where the dry tires are going to come into play, and the virtual safety car is really helping these guys out too.
So maybe it's time. Maybe it is time to go for medium tyres. You never know. Probably it is time to go to mediums.
Honestly, at this point, they might just need to go to soft tires because we only have about 13 laps left.
Oh yeah,
in the
good
race.
point. Soft tyres may be, yeah.
See, normally on a full tank of fuel, soft tires will last approximately 10 to 12 laps around this track, give or take. So with slightly less fuel, I feel like they could extend them even more. So they're well within their window to pit for the soft tires. It just doesn't look like either of them really want to right now.
Shadow Lancer's just go through the back marker of the bear. Just going past him right now. Otaku Logan is getting even more, just having a little sniff. Let's see, Pro just gone past Gislodian. Gaby Fiends has gone past Otaku. What's happened to Otaku Logan? Oh, Otaku Logan's lost it in turn 2. Broken front wing.
And Shadow Lancer really battling it out with Phantom Shadow now. On board with the Renault, Phantom Shadow. He's looking on the inside of Shadow Lancer. He's going to be able to make the move. No, he's not. He's going to have to take the cautious line around the track and follow Shadow Lancer through that corner. Shadow Lancer getting a better exit, so that is not what Phantom Shadow wanted to see.
Phantom Shadow. Energy Dan is just loving this right now. He's just stonking away from Sonic Hawk. And Phantom Shadow and Shadow Lancer is really going for it right now.
And Phantom Shadow is really at a bit of a disadvantage riding behind Shadow Lancer like he is because, as you said, that mist is really bad. So we're seeing him kind of dive one way or the other on the track, on the straightaways to try to get out of that mist so he can actually see his braking points. Then at the very last second, he has to turn back to the outside of the track so he can actually be on the racing line.
He looks a bit more confident in these wet conditions than Shadow Lancer is, I think, Tim.
Yeah, he really is. And, you got to remember, you were making the point that Shadow Lancer was locking up a lot in the wet conditions. And there he goes. Shadow Lancer, Sonic Hawk, and Energy Dan pitting.
Shadow Lancer. So, is this the dry period?
I believe it is. So, Phantom Shadow is going to try to go for the overcut.
They're going for softs. It might be time for the dries. It might be time for the dries now. It might be time for the dries. The track is drying up now. Yeah, the dries are coming in for the dries. Beautiful work from AlphaTauri.
Yeah, beautiful indeed. Oh no, Sonic Hawk! Sonic Hawk spun out of the pits and now he's lost his front wing. He got
you're joking. Oh no, Sonic Hawk, his race is ruined.
Dan,
no.
Energy Dan got a little bit squirrely out of the pits, and then Sonic Hawk got squirrely and got into the wall. And now Shadow Lancer got a little bit squirrely as well, but I think his front wing is okay. Yes, he is, but he was in the grass for a brief moment. But Sonic Hawk definitely going to have to pit and get that front wing.
It's got to be dry period. If the guys go on the dry tyres now, this should be a good time for the dry tyres to warm up a bit and try to get a little bit of purchase on a very damp track. So it's now or never, isn't it?
And look at this, Phantom Shadow actually has a free pit stop over Energy Dan.
He can. He can go in for drives if he wants to, and then actually have a move on him. Liverpool FC Pro. He's into 9th now. He could be on to his first ever points in league racing. Imagine that.
So I think that Energy Dan, Sonic Hawk, and
Virtual safety car, the Bear's out.
Oh no! So this actually plays into Phantom Shadow's hands perfectly. He is pitting now. He cannot speed. He cannot speed. He will be able to get out in first, but he cannot speed.
Gaming things as well.
Yes,
beautiful timing.
And what did we say about Gaming Things? He is the closer. He's quiet, and then he just is there at the end of the race. He is consistent. He is the closer.
Gaming Things is just a quiet man doing his business again. How many times we mentioned Gaming Things, and he's just doing the same old Gaming Things thing, isn't it?
And there you see Phantom Shadows out of the pits.
Oh, Cara! Drive through for Cara.
And Phantom Shadow goes very wide into turn number 1, and I think we are now away from the virtual safety car. Yes, we are. So Phantom Shadows is going to have to, kick it into high gear and try to pull away because Energy Dan, he is coming quick. He's already got around Gaming Things. The virtual safety car period has ended, but look at how
good move. Gaming Things.
Oh, and contact! And Energy Dan spins! Dan is spun after contact with Gaming Things. Oh my goodness, he does not have wing damage though. He might be able to hang on to a podium here.
Oh, Energy Dan's going to be fuming at that. I can tell. He's going to be absolutely angry with that.
So,
wow.
What looked to be an almost surefire win for Energy Dan has now turned into a battle between Phantom Shadows and Gaming Things. And Phantom Shadows is actually 2.3 seconds ahead of Gaming Things. If he can just hang on for 9 laps, we might be talking to him in victory lane.
That is going to be unbelievable if Phantom Shadow can stick where he is right now, just holding his ground. He can have his first win of the... I don't think he's got a win here in SFR. This could be his first ever victory here.
And is this his first GP4 race?
I think it is. I don't know. I haven't seen him before, but I think this is his first time here.
We will have to get confirmation on that later, but nonetheless, we might be looking at a first-time winner here today.
Oh, definitely so, because Phantom Shadow's never won an SFR before. Wow, what a race! What a banger of a race, Tim, to start off season 8. Unbelievable race.
Unbelievable race indeed. Lap 21 of 29. Just 9 more laps to go. Phantom Shadows trying to pull away from Gaming Things, who is starting to close the gap. 1.5 seconds now. Gaming Things, of course, just trying to win this race. Phantom Shadows trying to survive.
Shadow Lancer! It's been caught! 3-second penalty for Shadow Lancer.
And Gaming Things is within a second of Phantom Shadow now. Gaming Things within a second, and now even more so. What is wrong with Phantom Shadow? He is dropping back. He is slow. He's under power. Or something is wrong with that Renault.
What has happened to Phantom Shadow? Well, let's have a look at the car. There's no front wing damage. There's no damage on the car as I can see. They must have gone wrong somewhere on the track. Somewhat.
Gaming Things made up a full second in like 3 corners.
He must have gone wrong. Calvin has said Phantom Shadow hasn't raced in any league before. So this is Phantom Shadow's debut, Tim.
Imagine that, your debut race, and you are leading, possibly with a win under your belt here soon, if you can hang on. But Gaming thinks he is coming. He's coming quick. He just set the fastest lap, a 1:30.153.
Phantom Shadow has got business to do now. Business as usual. This is what Phantom Shadow was dreaming about. His first ever race here in SFR, and now he's got to defend from a very experienced Gaming Things, and let's see if this actually happens. Phantom Shadow versus Gaming Things, Tim. 8 laps to go. Who is going to win our first race of the season?
Yeah, Gaming thinks he is so close. He knows, though, I think Gaming Things knows that he cannot be impatient with this.
Oh,
a 3-second time penalty! A 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings for Gaming Things. Phantom Shadows has 0 time penalties at the moment. Gaming Things with 1. Oh my goodness, and Gaming Things just trying to intimidate this Renault driver. Oh, and Phantom Shadows gets a little squirrely. He hangs on to it, though. My goodness! And now Gaming Things on the inside and trying to make a move. He clears Phantom Shadow, overdrives it. Phantom Shadow does a crossover move, or tries to anyway. Not able to do it, though.
Now, right, it's still in Phantom Shadow's favour. It's still in Phantom Shadow's favour if he can stick within 3 seconds of Gaming Things. Gets a little bit squirrely. If he can stick within 3 seconds of Gaming Things, he can still win this race. If he stays within 3 seconds of the racing point.
Phantom Shadow just cannot get the grip in those tires. Not sure what's going on there, but he just cannot seem to get any grip off of these corners.
Wow, it's unbelievable so far. This is tension, Tim. How much tension do you need right now?
If you think it's tense here in the booth, just imagine what it's like for Gaming Things and Phantom Shadow right now.
I think the more tension goes to Phantom Shadow's more in Phantom Shadow, because this is his first ever race and he's battling for a victory here. The landslide is if he sticks within 3 seconds within Gaming Things, he's won. He needs to keep that Renault within that barrier.
And they pitted at the same time. They had the exact same life on those tires. So this is just going to come down to raw pace and maybe some time penalties, because as you can see, Gaming Things just picked up a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. So that's 3 seconds to the bat for Gaming Things. And Phantom Shadow so far with no time penalties.
So let's have a look at the penalty update anyway, Tim. What's the penalty update so far? Thanks to this lovely update from the game, we get to see what penalties are on, to see what we've got. 3 seconds, 3 seconds for Shadow Lancer, MCSC with 6, Little Fancy Pro with 3, 6 seconds. The drivers did very well today on penalties, would you say today, Tim?
Overall, yes, and especially when it comes to the fact that, we had a wet race. Like the majority of this race was running under rain conditions, and yet still not a lot of time penalties. Indeed
so. I mean, drivers have been training hard, which is fair play to them. I mean, I'm very surprised that there's been less penalties than I think it was, but that's a good thing.
Oh, and Shadow goes wide and through the grass, but he hangs on to it.
What a beautiful driving there for Phantom Shadow. That's an easel.
He will not be denied. He is not messing around. He just takes it through the grass and he acts like nothing ever happened.
It's just unbelievable so far. It's just Phantom Shadow is racing for his first ever victory. He's on course for that. Just stick with him. Just drive your race, Phantom Shadow. Don't get too loose. Just be calm. Be patient. Drive the Renault as he normally will, and you can get your first victory. We're not long to go now to the end of this race now, Tim. Oh, Taco Logan's out! Turn 12! Dear, oh dear.
We've been saying it all day, that chicane's going to catch the drivers out, and sure enough, it did for Otaku Logan, so unfortunate for him.
1.5 seconds between Gaming Things and Phantom Shadow. That's the gap. Look at Shadow Lancer. He's gone for a podium. He's fighting on energy down at the moment, Tim. 3/10 of a second behind the AlphaTauri. The teammates are going to fight him. It's going to be unbelievable. Let's see how it all plans out.
Oh, and Shadow Lancer really drove it in deep that time.
Indeed so. If you want to give this race marks out of 10 to, you'd have to give it a good solid 9 out of 10, would you say?
I would say so, actually, because this has just been an incredible race, and it's still not over yet. However, the battle for the lead is really not turning into that anymore. 2.7 seconds between Gaming Things and Phantom Shadow. So he really doesn't have a lot of room for error. And now it's over 3 seconds. It's over 3 seconds now. 3.5 seconds. What's going on with Phantom Shadow? He's slow again. He's losing over a second. What is going on with him?
He got a bit loose out of turn 12. He went over the curb a bit too much. He had to really save the car. That means putting on the brakes. And that means Phantom Shadow had to be had to really be cautious. And now, for all the looks of things, Phantom Shadow's not going to win this race because he's already exceeded the limit of gaming things. He needs to find 7/10 in the final few laps.
Unless
he needs to find the final few tenths. Yeah, I was about to say, unless Gaming Things makes a mistake.
Phantom Shadow, he's not out of it yet, but this is going to be close. He is half a second within victory. Half a second.
Oh, this is so intense. So intense. Oh, Shannon's got a bit too deep there. Locking up his right front on Energy against Energy Dan. The two teammates. It's been unbelievable. Unbelievable racing. 3 laps to go. It's going to be unbelievable what's going to happen at the end of this race. Is now Phantom Shadow need to find like another 8/10 now to take down Gaming Things. What's he? I'm watching for turn 12. Yeah, I think the problem is with Phantom Shadow, I don't know what it is. I think he's a bit cautious going through turns 11 and 12. That's in my imagination, I would say.
I really can't say. We're going to have to talk to him, though, here afterwards, as long as he gets on the podium anyway. But still watching this battle between teammates of Energy Dan and Shadow Lancer. Shadow Lancer flirting with around half a second gap, give or take, to Energy Dan, but just cannot quite catch him to get around him. I'm sure Shadow Lancer would love to get a podium here today after such a solid run, but even if he gets 4th, you got to take your hat off to him. That's a really good run and a great start to the season. And
Liverpool Pro, damn. It wouldn't matter too much. I mean, he's more than miles ahead of Cara. I mean, Liverpool Pro will be just fine. Who's that battling over? Was that a Red Bull and a Renault I saw? Yeah, it was Cara and Gislodian. Gislodian and Cara's fighting
Shadow
away.
Lancer's close, but not able to do it. He really drove it in deep, but Energy Dan gets a better exit out of that corner.
Energy Dan, this is one of the best things about Energy Dan, Tim. He's always so calm under pressure from battling, isn't it? He's always got a nice old wise head on him, hasn't it?
He really does, and that is key. You have to stay as calm as you possibly can during these races. And Energy Dan is definitely one to be able to do that. He knows that his teammate is racing him. He knows he's there, but he also knows that he's going to lose that position if he doesn't hit his marks. So he doesn't have a choice but to perform well.
But people in the chat, since we've got a few laps to go now, it's time to vote for your driver of the day. So please put in your driver of the day votes, and we'll see what they are at the end of this race, please. So look at this. Look at VXI. Look at VXI. He's having a little look at Phantom Shadow as well, Shadow Lancer as well.
Yeah, and VXI has really closed the gap on him and trying to go a little bit wide there. And they're passing Gislodian, who's going into the pits now. Oh, and VXI goes wide and gets a little squirrely. Hangs on to it.
Great save. Great save. Wow. 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go. The gap to the lead from Phantom Shadow is 4.6 seconds. So Phantom Shadow has to essentially find 1.7 seconds if he wants to win this race, unless Gaming Things picks up another time penalty.
That's all it is. That's exactly all it is.
There's
one more time penalty, Gaming Things is over. Yeah, one more time penalty, the Gaming Things and it's over. That's all it is. For Phantom Shadow to win this race, and look at VXI. He's having a little look at Shadow Lancer's car. It's down the inside. They're going into turn 9. He's got the run on him. He's got the Shadow Lancer. Shadow Lancer needs to get the back end and nut him. Battle's on.
So Shadow Lancer trying to go underneath VXI, but not able to do it. They're approaching this very fast chicane. Shadow Lancer has to back out. VXI takes a little bit more speed around it. Goes a little bit wide. Might have lost a little bit of time, but not a lot. Shadow Lancer just barely within DRS range of him.
Right, Shadow Lancer, if he wants to get that 4th place, you need to earn it by passing VXI now. Last lap.
This will be the final lap for Shadow Lancer. Gaming Things, Phantom Shadows have already crossed the line. There you see Energy Dan just up ahead, about to cross the line. VXI and Shadow Lancer cross the line now. Going into turn number 1. Is Shadow Lancer going to have anything for the Williams? Remember, that is his car from last year. He drove that thing last season, and now he's trying to pass it.
That's a bit awkward for Shadow Lancer, isn't it?
I'd say so.
Yeah, to say the least.
Now he knows how everyone else felt.
You got a point there.
Feels like he's
Very
racing
good
himself.
point.
Taking a look at Gamey Things now, who's approaching the third sector, going through that fast chicane.
Oh no, Liverpool's got problems! Liverpool's got problems, broken front wing! He's got a broken front wing! No points for Liverpool for the looks of things! As Gamey Things about to cross the line, Tim!
Gamey Things in the third sector now. He's in the third sector, and so far the penalties are still the same. So 3 seconds with Gamey Things ahead of Phantom Shadow by 5.9 seconds. Gamey Things is coming out of the final corner. He will not be denied. Gamey Things crosses the line and wins the Australian Grand Prix. Phantom Shadow in his very first race in GP4.
Congratulations to Phantom Shadow. Congratulations to Phantom Shadow. Beautiful race.
And is VXI going to be able to pass Energy Dan? No, he's not. But VXI also has 9 seconds worth of time penalty. So Energy Dan is going to get the podium in Australia. VXI is going to be demoted all the way down to 5th, maybe even 6th place. Shadowlancer will get 4th place.
Brilliant day for AlphaTauri. Take that now, Tim. Brilliant day for AlphaTauri.
Undoubtedly our top scoring team for the day, AlphaTauri 3 and 4. They were the Constructors Champions last season and starting this season on the top.
Fred line comes through, takes 6th. Peroliver will be next. Take 7. We'll take 7th. Stocksy will take 8. So Haas will get points as well, Tim. Ferrari will get points, and Renault gets double points. Very good work from there, poor Oliver.
Oh, and Stocksy goes wide and gets a time penalty there just at the very end. So that's 6 seconds now. So Sonicot goes ahead to 8, Stocksy 9. In 9th, he qualified 9th, he started 9th, and he finishes in 9th. That's Stocksy 9 for you. Kara now in 10th place in that Renault. Is he going to be able to get those points? I do believe so. He's currently in the second
Only need for speed to cross now. Only need for speed to cross. Done.
All right, and that is that. Congratulations to Gamey Things. We will talk to our podium finishers here in just a few moments' time.
Wow, unlucky. Brilliant racing, guys. Fantastic. Gamey Things driver of the day. Our poll for our driver of the day looks like Phantom Shadow from the chat. Phantom Shadow. I can see another one there for James Hook. Yeah, so it looks like Phantom Shadow. Looks like he's SFR's driver of the day, Tim.
So congratulations to Phantom Shadow. It's not a win, but it is a podium and driver of the days, and that counts for something at least. It's a good points day for Phantom Shadow, and he can definitely be proud of that performance, even though he wanted the win.
Indeed so.
Your official finishing order for the GP4 Series Australian Grand Prix is Gamey Things in 1st, Phantom Shadow in 2nd, Energy Dan in 3rd, Shadowlancer in 4th, VXI in 5th, Fanny Lion 6th, Proliver in 7th, Sonicock in 8th, 9th is Stocksy 9, Kara in 10th, Liverpool FC Pro in 11th, Gizlodian in 12th, 13th is Need for Speed, Otaku Logan in 14th, 15th is The Bear, Lewis in 16th, Saneth in 17th, Podge in 18th, Snellwag in 19th, and NXS Alfie in the 20th place. We're going to talk to our podium finishers here in just a few moments' time. Oliver, if you can get them into this party, and we'll be able to talk to them. Gamey Things, Phantom Shadow, and Energy Dan.
I'm already on the case, Tim. Okay. Right, Gamey Things. Where is that little Gamey? Okay, I got an idea. Okay. I've got a plan. Where's Energy? Where's Energy Dan? 2 moments, guys. I'm just having a little bit of a technical hitch. It's a non-catty. Energy Dan. There he is. And Phantom Shadow. Where is he at? Phantom Shadow 38, isn't it? Yes, it is. Boosh. We'll ask them not to get. Oh, yeah, that's what I've done wrong. That's exactly what I've done wrong. It's an underscore, not a dash. Oh, what have I done there? I thought I got that one right. Ah, you little monkey of things. Yeah, gaming things, please, Dan. That'd be great.
Did Dan
Anyone
say
else?
something?
Phantom Shadow, please.
Shadow.
Phantom Shadow.
Phantom Shadow.
Yeah, Phantom Shadow, please.
Phantom Shadow won't be joining. I'll text him some questions now, mate, and I'll fire them over to you.
Oh, no worries, buddy. Tim's all yours.
All right, is Gamey Things in here?
He's
He
now.
joins
He
us
is.
now. So we'll give him just a moment to get in here, and then we will start with the questions.
Whew.
Did Phantom Shadow win?
No, Gamey Things
No,
won.
he came second.
Okay.
Gamey Things, Phantom Shadow, and then you. All right, so we
You
got
know,
Gamey
Gamey.
Things and Dan in here. So before we start the interview, guys, please allow your voice to be shared. If you don't know how to do that, go over to Party Settings and click Always Allow, and let me know when you're ready.
Can you guys hear me?
I can
Yeah,
hear you.
we can hear you, buddy.
Excellent. I'm good to go.
Dan, you ready to go, buddy?
Yep.
Tim, all yours.
All right, so first things first, Gamey Things, a virtual safety car coming out at just the perfect time. You pit along with Phantom Shadow, you're able to pass him, and then, despite a 3-second time penalty, you are able to stay ahead. There was a little bit of contact with Energy Dan. Tell us about your race, the contact, and the win.
Well, I am honestly in complete awe. I don't know how on earth I've just done that. I qualified at 10th, which wasn't ideal, but it was going to be wet, so we didn't know what was going to happen. Got a good start, but made that mistake in lap 1, which after a while I thought, no, I'm going to have to pit to here, that which dropped me down to a P16, and I just hoped that how quick I was in the wet, and bugger me, that I did not know I was that quick in the wet. I mean, I suppose I've done it before in America? Yeah, it was America last year, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I think there might have been a little bit of rain in America last year.
Yeah, and I won that, and so maybe, but it shows that wow. And as for what you're on about, there was contact with Energy Dan?
Yes, you didn't leave any room on one of the corners.
Turn
Didn't
4.
Yep.
Turn 4.
I've watched my footage back, mate. You left 0 room for me.
Oh, okay. I thought I left plenty of room. I went as far right as I could without causing myself to slip off the track. So
Did you record your footage, Gamey?
yeah, I recorded my footage, and I'll have to look back at that.
Yeah, please do, buddy.
We'll leave that to the stewards. We'll leave that to the stewards.
Lord, if that goes that way, Jesus Christ, I'll be annoyed. But anyway,
So,
Right,
let's go. Any last words before Bahrain, gaming things?
well, I'm just happy to have go off to the season in a remarkable fashion. It's the dream start, so that definitely lays down some attempt, I think. So hope I continue it on to Bahrain. I don't know what Bahrain's going to be like, but we'll just see.
GG.
All right, well, congratulations, Gamey Things, on your win. Turning to our third place finisher now, Energy Dan. It looked like you had this win in the bag. Then it was the virtual safety car where Gamey Things and Phantom Shadow was able to get the jump on you. And, of course, we have addressed the contact between you and Gamey Things. We would like your point of view on that as well. But tell us about your race. And, dude, how are you so fast?
Well, I set in qualifying. I used a semi-wet setup, Took the front wing back to dry, and then put the wing on for the race. Yeah, to be honest with you, it was looking super good from the get-go. I overtook Hodge and who was in second place?
Sonic Hawk.
Sonic, yeah. So overtook the two Ferraris. We're building a really good lead. I think it was 3 seconds at one point. Yeah, a couple of virtual safety cars, things like that. Just kept on basically leading from the front. And then, yeah, we kept getting told 5 minutes for rain, 10 minutes for rain, 5 minutes for rain, 10 minutes for rain. I was like, oh, when's it going to end? And then got to the point where the intermediates were just getting like 60% and 65 and 70. Yeah, and to be honest with you, me and Tom were hoping for a both podium finish, but I think I made the wrong call by saying let's pit. I think probably 1 lap too early, to be honest with you. That gave it to Phantom and Gamey. Yeah, 1 more lap would have been all right. Yeah, then fighting Gamey when he came out of the pits. We were all right in the first 2 corners together, and then on that 4th corner, I'm on the inside line. He took the racing line and just spammed me. So yeah, just thankful to be on the podium though. But yeah, Tom's pace is rapid on that dry setup towards the end. So fair play to Tom.
I was about to ask you that, Dan, because me and Tim were having a good conversation about. Are you coaching Tom at the moment to becoming a faster driver, learning more?
I don't think I need to. No, to be honest, I've been giving him a few tips on just on his not his actual race craft, but his race outlook. So how he deals with certain situations, because Tom's a cracking driver. He just panics sometimes.
Yeah.
So I've just been trying to teach him how to just keep things calm and calculate things and not push when you don't have to push. Defend when you need to, and then when you I can't remember who was behind in the race. I think Sonic Hawk. I was like, look, don't push him too much. Just stick on the back of him, force him into a mistake, and then I don't know whether Sonic lagged out or whether he made a mistake, but yeah, he was just putting some decent pressure on Sonic, and I wouldn't mind watching Tom's race back, to be honest with you, because it sounded like he was doing a cracking job. So yeah, I mean, watch out for Tom this season, mate. He's going to be up there.
I was about to ask, with a new teammate, with Shallow Lancer, I mean, you had a good relationship with Hooky, now he's gone to GP3, who's racing with me tomorrow. With Shallow Lancer, is this another good AlphaTauri Constructors' Championship pairing for the rest of the season?
That's what we're going for, mate. That's definitely what we're going for.
Fantastic. Well done to AlphaTauri. And what's Phantom Shadow at the moment saying at the moment, Dan?
I've just texted him some questions. He's only replied back to one, so I asked him, well done on your debut. Did you think you'd get on the podium? But thank you. I didn't expect to be on the podium at all. But the virtual safety car coming out, as I paid, did help. But I made no mistakes or penalties, which obviously is pretty much key to getting a good result around a lot of these tracks. So yeah, fair play to Phantom Shadow 38, who's cracking debut from him, I think you'll agree.
What do you think of the debut today, like Phantom Shadow, Liverpool FC Pro, the newbies today? As an admin, Dan, how do you feel with the newbies today?
Well, the GP3 boys, I was quite surprised at the qualifying. I can't remember exactly where they, but I think they were sub 10 or sub P10 with it.
Yeah.
I can't remember exactly where they were, but yeah, I was pretty surprised by that. A couple of guys towards the end. I think MCFC boy, he was pushing us towards the end, but he had 6-second time penalties. Logan, or Attack You Logan, even though he was like a lap down, he was showing some pace on the drive. So I don't know, it's a bit of a difficult one judging pace in the wet, because some people like it, some people don't. So Bahrain, pretty much guaranteed to be a dry one. So let's see what happens there.
And speaking of Bahrain, what's you and Tom planning?
That's none of your business, Ollie.
What about GP3 tomorrow? GP3 tomorrow, Dan? How are you looking forward to it as an admin?
It's going to be cracking, mate. GP3 boys are always good, mate. So hope everyone's tuning in to watch that. It'll be cracking.
I'll do what I can, and me and Hooky and all the rest of the GP3 guys, we'll do our best. My debut tomorrow in the Ferrari, so that's gonna be fun.
Nice. Well, good luck, buddy. Good luck.
I'll do my best, mate. I'll do my best.
And with that, I think that's just about all the time that we have. Congratulations to Gaming Things on your win, and congratulations to Dan on your 3rd place. And even though he's not in here, congratulations to Phantom Shadow in his debut race, getting 2nd place on the podium. Congratulations to our podium finishers. Thanks to everyone who watched and to all the drivers who raced with us. And until next time, I am Tim with Oliver, and good evening, good morning, good day, good night, wherever you are in the world. Have fun, and goodbye.